We recorded live from a studio audience in Orlando, Florida. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to a new episode introducing Yo Pronto and Jay Nice. It's a new agenda.
Big things this year. Big things this summertime.
Come here, baby.
Hit that. Welcome back, y'all. Season 2, new agenda. Your boys Pronto here. You know what I mean?
I'm your boy, Young Nice. You heard?
Big things going on. This is the 1-year anniversary for us. So thank y'all for following along. Thank y'all for making this happen. It's been a tough grind, man. It's been a long year.
Yeah, man. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hitting the likes. Make sure y'all commenting.
Give them that info.
You know what I'm saying? We got our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify. So
Video, audio.
You know what I'm saying? If you into the audio, we got that too, yo.
Facts. Yeah, but so just going over this last year has been crazy. We kind of started in the middle of the pandemic, which made things a little bit more hectic, but easier for us in regards to recording. So I think we kind of used that to our advantage in kicking this off, creating a brand, running with it. We're just kind of going from there, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When we made it, my whole thing was the revolution will be televised.
That's how we was going. We was like, yo, man, people ain't bringing it how we want to do it, so we figured let's make it put our own spin on it, because if you complain about the problem and ain't doing nothing about it, you just as bad. So
facts, all facts.
So let's go over some of the things we learned over the last year and some change. What's some of the things you think the essentials are for starting your own podcast that people really need? Because that's the wave right now,
You don't need much. I mean, really, a podcast is audio. But if you got a camera, if you got an iPhone, that's all you need, an iPhone, really. We use a camera, but sometimes we use the iPhone too.
Right.
But microphone, sometimes you can't afford a expensive mic. You can buy a simple mic, you know what I'm saying?
But even sometimes the audio on the phone, I mean, if you're in the right environment where you can get some really good quietness and the acoustics are okay, you can make that work until the time being, as long as you can sample it up. That should be good enough.
You definitely need some kind of editing software. Once again, you don't have to have Pro Tools or Adobe Premiere. They got free products out here, free software. I'm not gonna shout them out today,
Hey, they need that drop.
You know what I'm saying? Till they try to do business, but until then, but just do your Googles. Google free editing software.
And this guy, he's always watching other shows and podcasts like, yo, check this out. They audios is off, man. I'm like, and I became more in tune with stuff that I watch. Like, cause after recording the podcast, I'm thinking like, damn, he right. Cause our levels, we try to a very good job to make sure our levels is consistent. So
professional.
You ever be watching something and then it get like real loud, you gotta turn it down and then you gotta turn it back up? I hate that. So my nigga Nice definitely be doing a good job, you know what I'm saying, and making sure that our audio be very consistent, and very professional, So we even upgraded over the times too with our microphones. So yeah.
Rhodes, holla at us, man. You know what I'm saying? We always showcasing your mic.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We got the bottles on deck. We covering them up. Holla at us.
Ain't nothing free over this side. Ain't nothing free.
But nah, it doesn't take much to start a podcast. You could do it dolo. You can have a group of friends. It doesn't take much, man. If all I can say is stay consistent. I mean, in the beginning, we kind of wasn't, we was off and on, you know what I'm saying?
It's all about sacrifices, man. Like, it's not easy, especially like if you and your partner aren't close in proximity or living together. Somebody gonna have to make the sacrifices to make sure y'all meeting up and can keep it consistent to make sure that y'all keeping on some kind of schedule and putting that content out. So,
facts.
Yeah, that's the only thing, is just not quitting.
And if y'all can't be in the same room, as the pandemic shows, Zoom is still popping, you know what I'm saying? Yes. I'm not a big fan of the Zoom, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
And that's the only thing with us too, like even with some of our interviews coming up, I'd rather do my interviews in person rather than over Zoom, just because I like that. It's nothing like that face-to-face, appearance, and building that relationship with that person. So definitely. So what do you think was one of the biggest lessons you learned shooting this podcast or shooting this show?
Big lesson, be prepared. When it comes to your topics, don't just jump on the mic and just start talking. We do a lot of pre-gaming, so you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure your topics is down pat. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you know what you want to talk about. And also, if you're starting a YouTube channel, I wouldn't suggest you come on, like posting other people's stuff. Like, you know how we
Facts.
came in the game,
On
we was
Fat
posting
Fat Joe
Fat Joe
back.
stuff and be
Yeah.
nice. That's cool, but your audience don't want to see that. You know
So
what
it's
I'm
that
saying?
original content. That's what you're kind of
Yes.
saying. Like, make sure it's original, and coming from like their perspective and point of
Yeah.
view, because I think it's better in the long run. Even though it's a
Right.
slower grind,
Yeah.
that slow grind is well worth it. I mean,
We
definitely.
appreciate everybody that watched this show. You know, I know it's a
Yeah.
few of y'all, but
Facts. Yeah, I would second that. I would say the same thing. Just making sure the preparation is key. So making sure that you're jotting those bullet points down, getting your notes down. As you can see, I always got my laptop open because I have my notes here all the time.
Right.
And like Nice said, it's almost like a routine that we get into. Like we planning, prepping. He questioned me like, "Nah, that don't sound good." I'd be like, "Nah, I don't want to go with that topic."
Yeah.
And we kind of piggyback and go back and forth on it, and we agree on it, and then it just make it roll a lot more smoother. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Timing. I mean,
Facts.
timing is everything. Like the more you work with your partner, the more
Right.
you do the podcast, the more comfortable you'll be. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
just
even on
just-
camera.
just
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
consistent. Yo.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So and for future goals, so I think some future goals for us is we want to keep growing, but then on top of that, we want to bring other people into to give us more insight, especially with the business class. We want to jump into that bag, and then we want to bring in more artists. I think
Oh, yeah.
kind of bringing in artists, breaking those artists, giving them that chance to where we bring in people that we feel have good quality music in regards to R&B and hip hop and even some pop stuff possibly. So that's I think is our next lane that we
Bag
gonna
is
tap
open
into.
for all lanes.
Facts,
You know what I'm
facts,
saying? We try to
facts,
tap in every lane.
facts,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
And even I think even working with some artists too, because you definitely do the producing side a lot too. So if y'all didn't know, Productions by Nice, he does that as well. So
You heard.
I think we're gonna jump into that bag as well.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we definitely gonna start this little producer show too. Where I try to, highlight producers and interview producers too. So,
Nice.
You know
nice,
what I'm saying?
Nice. Yeah, man. So let's jump into this music agenda like we normally do. So last week, Timbaland and SWIZZ did their verses live at Club Live. It was like a movie, man.
That shit was
Hit
that
after
shit
hit,
was lit. It
at
was
the
lit.
hit after hit. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth. And I'm like, damn. I didn't realize they produced some of them songs. Like, SWIZZ was in his Beyonce bag.
He did.
Timbaland was in his bag.
I didn't know he did the Angie Stone joint, yo.
Oh, the first one he came out to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rolling. That was rolling.
It
Yeah.
seemed like I may heard him do it, but I didn't remember that shit.
It don't sound normally like SWIZZ has a distinct sound, but some of his other stuff was like, oh shoot, he did do that. Yeah, and it kind of like shows you the growth, in him. So definitely, and of course he had to throw them new DMX tracks up there.
Of course.
He was
That's
going
my
on.
dog, yeah.
Yep.
What was what was some of the highlights to you though? Like matter of fact, who you think won?
I don't think anybody won, but
The culture won.
I
huh?
I like SWIZZ stuff more. I don't necessarily say he has more recent stuff, but I feel like he has a lot of recent stuff that really pop. Timbo do his thing too. Like Timbo got the joint with him and J. Cole. He got a couple joints. Timbo's still in his bag, of course, but
You don't like Timbaland pop shit. That's what it is.
I don't like like even like with the tracks of him and Aaliyah, it's like it's cool, but that's not really my vibe. But it's still,
Careful.
No. All respects to Aaliyah,
Careful.
but I'm just feeling like it's
That
not
wasn't
really
your time though.
Yeah, that was a long time
That
ago.
was like you was a baby when that
I was
came
young.
out,
I was
yeah.
young, man. But
So-
but it's still go hard though. Like if anybody you put it on, anybody know the words to it because they're classics. You know what I mean, definitely. But yeah, what you think about what he was saying about Justin Timberlake, SWIZZ? It was going off.
I agree, nigga. If you step into our culture, come forward with the culture.
If you playing it, you gotta play the whole
what I
game.
mean?
You know what I'm saying? So he definitely benefited from producing with Timbo and
Pharrell,
rubbing elbows with
Neptunes.
the hip hop artists. Cause before with NSYNC, ain't nobody else on NSYNC blow like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
he knew what he was doing.
definitely-
It's sort of like the Justin Bieber effect.
facts.
Like
facts,
they should be open to do these things if somebody asks them. Like
facts.
just
I agree.
do it for the culture, like they say.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. But we was going back and forth about some upcoming versus battles that we would like to see, and Jeremiah had came up. And
Who you got versus Jeremiah?
Jeremiah is just like he that king of the hooks, man. Especially when it come to hopping on tracks, so rap artists and stuff like that. So it'd definitely be hard. But the only person I could see like right now maybe would be like a Ty Dolla $ign. Like Ty, he been in the game for a little minute. Jeremiah has been in the game longer, but I think he'd give him a good run for his money, especially if we busting it down only 20 tracks. So yeah, man.
I think they both writers too, so you know they.
But Jeremiah's that guy though, man.
Ty Dolla wrote a lot of hits, man.
Yeah.
So if we're doing verses, you know they can play the songs they wrote.
Right,
too.
that's what I'm about to say. It depends how they want to play it. If there's going to be stuff that they wrote or stuff that they actually on. You know what I mean? If it's stuff that they wrote, it could go. There's going to be some surprises in that I didn't even know he wrote. So definitely. Excuse me. So also this week we saw Jay-Z on the LeBron show, The Shot. I mean, I feel like it was a good interview. It was definitely a good interview. It was pretty short, though. I think it was like 30 minutes, right? Yeah.
Too
so
short. Well,
what you think? What you think? Yeah, I mean.
You got Hov, you gotta go at least an hour. Extend that joint.
You gotta go in depth, man. You know, I don't feel like, but a lot of parts of the show, they really don't really go too deep a lot of times. They kind of keep it really surface level on that show. I think it's just the thing with LeBron actually being on and interacting with some of the guests is like the gist of the show.
But I think like because they have several guests at one time, so
they gotta,
you know, we might be like, yo, ask some more Hov questions, but they gotta go ask Bad Bunny some questions.
Yeah,
right?
but they also had Bad Bunny, which is the star up there. I never even heard of him, so you was kind of breaking it down to me. Like he's a big Latino pop star, so he's definitely that guy. When I started Googling him, I was like, okay, yeah, he's somebody I need to know.
Yeah.
But I feel like you were saying, I feel like they need to dig down a little bit deeper into some of the guests. You know what I'm saying? Because they take for granted that everybody knows these guests. Everybody don't. So, you know, I feel like that's something that I would like to see them do more is giving that background on the guests, giving that information on them and stuff like that so we can kind of see their importance and their relevance. Even with the lady that was the star from the Sparks on the show as well. Yeah.
She was talking about her role in guess Brian put her in Space Jam 2 or whatever. So she was talking
When that come out? When that drop soon, right?
I don't know. Audience, you know when Space Jam 2 come out?
We're going to give y'all an update on that, man.
You can talk, man.
And we're gonna watch it. I'm going to definitely watch it. Make sure the kids go see it, you know what I'm saying? Because the first Space Jam is a classic, you know, so it's hard to follow up to that one. But LeBron, if anybody, is going to have to be that guy to choose to.
But the good thing about it is the first Space Jam is so old, like the kids these days can't even compare it. So they
probably never seen it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit old. 90s.
Facts.